Good afternoon. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to present some ideas to you concerning the Director of Instruction position at Visions in Education. I've been with Visions for the last 3 years, filling the Testing and Assessment Manager position, and look forward to the opportunity to serve the organization in a position that will more directly impact the development of our students, teachers, and instructional leaders. I am sure that my knowledge of the inner workings of Visions, ability to handle situations with tact and professionalism, and desire to develop Visions into a learning institution that impacts the experience of students positively are qualities that will make me a viable candidate for the Director of Instruction. Please refer to my resume, cover letter, and letters of recommendation for a more in-depth perspective of my qualities. Until that time, I'd like to address the question for this video. The question being asked is laden with complexity because it takes just one look at one of our most important actions in place right now, the strategic initiatives, to understand how the simple desire for change can become an unwieldy instrument. I'll do a quick breakdown of our mission to get things started. We have a great mission statement that well encompasses the ideas and hopes that we have for Visions, and I envision that the most important aspect of the mission for the Director of Instruction comes from the second sentence, where we desire to empower students to take ownership and responsibility for their present and future learning by developing their academic, interpersonal, and technological skills. This ownership and responsibility puts the focus on the student. But for the student to be able to achieve this, we need our teachers to have the tools to allow for them to effectively teach the students. For the teachers to be able to do this, we need our instructional team to develop the proper tools necessary for the job. The problem, though, is that currently barriers exist that make the implementation of solid teaching a near impossibility. Each step from the student to the instructional leaders is blocked by a variety of issues. As the Director of Instruction, it would be my task to tear down the barriers, starting with the instructional leader connection to the teachers. I would streamline our communication process. The current method leads teachers to too many places to get the same message. This complexity develops confusion and leads to miscommunication. Continuing with the idea of communication, Visions has teachers who should be the conduit of institutional information, and they have been underutilized. They should be our main means of checking the instructional reality of choices being made by the organization. These teachers need to be involved in the decision-making process, and for initiatives that impact instruction, teachers at the very least, the lead teachers, would be part of my instructional team. By involving teachers in the process, transparency becomes a reality instead of what appears on the surface as a top-down mentality. Currently, if every 9-12 teachers spent 5 minutes on each of the daily assignments for each class, they would be looking at over 8 hours a day on assessment alone. It's an untenable situation that needs immediate review and correction. I'd start with exploring the daily assignment requirements for journaling. One of the reasons that we do have such a demanding assignment schedule is, in my opinion, to monitor teachers, but the monitoring is also ineffective. Standardizing the gradebook would be one step toward developing an organization where students aren't as likely to be playing the lottery with a teacher assignment and will get a more consistent means of assessment. 21st century skills are already moving into the second decade. I'll explore options to get teachers and students together in a variety of ways instead of just face-to-face visits, with the goal of making teaching more effective and efficient. Finally, this year's experience with Algebra 2 has shown that good things happen when teachers are allowed to rely on their strengths. Systems to develop this relationship are vital to getting an effective teaching model. Visions needs a leader with tact, one who can make changes without causing the teachers to feel that they're being attacked themselves, and one who can accept criticism with grace. A leader who understands the role in student learning. A leader who has an open mind to the opportunities and reasons for change. A leader who relies on the professionalism of his and her instructional leaders and teachers. Thank you very much for this opportunity to speak to you. I hope that we can speak further in an interview. Thank you.